In the jagged hills of Odim County, Kentucky, peace isn't something you're given, it's something you buy with blood. Meet Cash. He's a man who spent years as the primary instrument of violence for the county's shadow ruler. But he wanted out. The price? He had to hold his own hand over a roaring fire until the flesh melted, a permanent reminder that he no longer belongs to the devil. Now, Cash lives in a shack on his late sister's farm, helping his broken brother-in-law, Finney, and his sharp-witted niece, Savannah. He's traded his Glock for a tractor, trying to outrun a past fueled by meth and murder. But in these hills, the past has a long memory. When Finney makes the fatal mistake of borrowing $100,000 from the local queenpin, the Big Cat, the debt isn't just about money. It's an invitation for the monster to come back into the light. Big Cat doesn't want the cash. She wants the man who knows how to kill without a conscience. Cash wakes up every morning fighting invisible battles, his scarred hand a constant itch. He finds Finney passed out, surrounded by photos of his dead wife. Cash tries to be the anchor, guiding Finney through the morning chores, even helping deliver a foal in the stables. It's a moment of pure, fragile life, a stark contrast to what's coming. At church, Cash listens to Pastor Wilder, a man who also wears the burnt hand mark of Big Cat's former crew. Wilder preaches about new beginnings. But Cash knows the truth, some sins don't wash off. When Finney misses a lunch date, Cash finds Big Cat's goons, the Buck and the Doe, harassing Savannah at the local diner. Cash doesn't explode. He doesn't yell. He simply escorts her away with a cold, professional stillness that should have been a warning to the goons. But they're too stupid to be scared. Back at the ranch, the truth comes out. Finney admits he's a drunken dumbass who let the devil in. Cash realizes the farm, Rachel's legacy, is about to be swallowed whole. He tries to play it legal, visiting Big Cat's son, Zeke, at his law firm. But Zeke just laughs. This isn't the kind of debt you pay with a check. While Cash is away, the Buck and the Doe ambush the ranch. They beat Finney to a pulp while Savannah tries to defend him with a hunting knife. She's brave, but she's outmatched. When Cash returns to find his family bleeding, the peaceful farmer mask begins to crack. He goes to the sheriff, but the law in Odim County is just another branch of Big Cat's empire. Cash realizes there's only one way to end this. He walks into the lion's den. Big Cat is into empire building, and she needs a professional. She offers a deal, 3 jobs, and the debt is cleared. Cash knows she's lying, but he needs time. He breaks his vow and steps back into the darkness. Job 1, the setup. Big Cat sends Cash and the Buck to hunt down some junkies who tried to rob her meth lab. They track them to a lair. The Buck hands Cash a gun and tells him to guard the back. But when a man tries to flee, Cash pulls the trigger and, click. The gun isn't loaded. It was a test. Cash doesn't panic. He tackles the man and neutralizes him with his bare hands before the Doe arrives to finish the kill. Cash realizes he's being watched, tested, and framed. He returns home at dawn to find Finney pouring out his bourbon. They go hunting together, but Cash's mind is on a different kind of prey. Job 2, the deal. This one is bigger. A massive drug exchange. Cash is paired with a nervous hitter named Wes and a middleman named Lazarus. As they unload the product, Wes snaps and murders Lazarus in cold blood. "I did it clean," Wes stammers. Cash just looks at the body. There is no honor here, only survival. When the buyers arrive and notice Lazarus is missing, the tension hits a boiling point. Cash tries to reason with them. He's the only one in the room with a brain. But the buyers open fire. Cash moves like a ghost. He dismantles the crew, but leaves a young dealer alive. "You take the drugs, we take the money. You live, we live." It's a tactical mercy. He burns the evidence, but he knows Big Cat will never let him go. He needs a wild card. He reaches out to Deputy Duke, the only cop who might still have a soul. They strike a deal to bring Big Cat down. For a moment, it looks like there's a way out. Cash is teaching Savannah how to shoot, preparing her for the world he's trying to save her from. But Big Cat is always 3 steps ahead. Cash is summoned to the mansion for a celebration. He stands by the fireplace where he burned his hand, the memories flooding back. Then, Big Cat wheels out her special entertainment. It's Deputy Duke, beaten, broken, and exposed as Cash's informant. The room goes silent. Big Cat asks for a volunteer to finish the job. Cash steps up, hoping to at least give his partner a quick death out in the woods. But Big Cat isn't interested in mercy. In one swift, casual movement, she slits the deputy's throat. Cash looks her in the eye and makes a daring announcement, "You're done." He walks out. He's done playing her games. If violence is the only language she speaks, he's about to become a master orator. The war is official. Big Cat sends her goons to the church. They separate Finney and Savannah, beating Finney so badly he dies in the hospital. This was the final mistake. You don't take a man's peace, his sister, and his brother-in-law and expect him to stay quiet. Cash trails the doe to an isolated farm. It's a brutal, one-on-one gunfight. Cash doesn't just win, he executes. But he's injured, knocked out in the chaos. While he's down, the buck kidnaps Savannah from the pastor's house. Cash wakes up and finds an unlikely ally, Pastor Wilder. The man of God puts down the Bible and picks up a rifle. They kidnap Big Cat's son, Zeke, and head for the mansion. It's a tactical trade. Cash sneaks in the back while Wilder drives through the front gate with Zeke as a shield. Inside, Savannah proves she's a true member of the family. While Wes is distracted, she cuts her ties using the same fireplace that scarred her uncle. She grabs a shotgun and blasts Wes into the next life. The mansion becomes a kill zone. Zeke tries to flee but is torn apart by Big Cat's own guard dogs, poetic justice at its finest. Cash finds the buck in the kitchen. They're out of ammo. It's a primal, physical struggle. Cash uses his red right hand to drive a blade into the buck's heart. Finally, it's just Cash and Big Cat. He's bleeding out, exhausted. Big Cat opens fire, pinning him down. He tells Savannah to run, to save herself. But Savannah doesn't run. She sneaks up behind the queenpin and delivers the final blow. The empire of Odim County dies with a whimper. Months later, the hills are quiet again. The pastor is back in his pulpit, teaching about new beginnings. And on the ranch, Cash and Savannah tend to the cattle. The scars are still there, but the monsters are gone. Cash finally found his peace. He just had to burn the whole world down to get it.